Hello there everybody, it is me XFreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. Okay guys, so today we are back in the beautiful free world of Newcrest and we are going to be building another residential lot. This time it is going to be called the Classy Townhouse. Okay guys, so this residential lot is actually built with the intention of being used in one of my let's plays, in my let's play on the Sims 4 base game. So this house reflects a lot of the Sims' personalities and stuff like that in that let's play. So anyway, this is a really interesting house because I really wanted to do something that was very narrow and very modern as well. So this house has a very beautiful futuristic shape, especially when you look at it from the side. I created the interesting shape using the roofs and stuff, so it's really fun. It also has like some really awesome details over here with the windows and the balconies. The balconies are really interesting. They have like very interesting wall surrounding it and stuff like that. Plus I also made use of that technique where I used a lot of those shelving units and stuff to make like architectural elements and all that stuff. So it's really great. So yeah, the name of this house is Classy Townhouse, and so yeah, I tried to make it classy the way I kind of understand the word, you know. So there's a lot of white, there's a lot of black. It's basically very chic. No color at all, which is very unusual because usually I include a lot of color in my Newcrest builds, but for this one I tried to keep it as simplistic as possible and just very classy and sophisticated is kind of the theme that I was going for pretty much. So yeah, anyway, I guess I should explain to you guys the type of family that lives in this house. Okay, so yeah, this house is going to be lived in by my base game household, which I have been playing for ever since The Sims 4 first came out, actually almost a year now. So it's really exciting. They have come a long way since you know, a couple of months ago where I first started the households, and they've also earned quite a lot of money, interestingly enough. So I wanted this house to reflect that kind of transition in their livelihood and in their lifestyle. You know, my Sims 4 base game households started from absolutely nothing, and now they can afford a house like this. You know, it's not the biggest, it's not the grandest house in the world, but it's a really decent house, and it's an upgrade, definitely an upgrade from what we had before. Okay, right now we are working on the floor plan, and actually speaking of the floor plan, we have 3 bedrooms and a 2-bathroom house. Okay, I mean, no, 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms as well. Okay, so freaking all over the place here, but anyway, so yeah, it's on 3 floors. I think what's so special about this house is the fact that it is really narrow, and I think that kind of gives it an edge. You know, I made sure to add like some landscaping and a swimming pool as well, so it's really awesome. There's also like a barbecue area over here outside as well, pretty much adding in some more you know, some more architectural elements. This deck over here, I am going to replace it because I just did not have any idea how the deck was supposed to look like. So yeah. Anyway, I'm trying some symmetry here, but eventually that will be replaced with something else. Once again, just trying to experiment here with placing some swimming pools on top of the decks and all that good stuff. Eventually I went for something that was more simplistic and that was more straightforward, and of course adding in the front door of the house. We are going to be moving the house actually by 1 tile to the right. And I you know, a lot of people have actually said this about The Sims 4, but I totally agree that one of my favorite features about build mode in The Sims 4 is the ability to move the house. You know, if you can move the house and you can place it whatever you want, you don't have to demolish, you know, the whole entire thing and start from scratch like you used to do in The Sims 3. So it's really cool. Anyway, once again, painting the walls white to give it that classy flair, and I'm also going to be adding some touches of black as well to keep it very, I don't know, sophisticated, I guess. I don't know, it's just how I understand quote-unquote classy and sophisticated to be, I guess. But, you know, it's a very modern house. You know, you could totally visualize this in like a city type of environment, and it would totally fit. And it also goes with my other builds from the world of Newcrest, so it's really exciting. I used a lot of similar elements when it came to the architecture and when it came to the landscape, so it's a very cohesive series of builds that I did for Newcrest. So yeah, I am in love with the way the roofs are shaped, especially, and the way that it gives like the cantilever part of the house that special edge. Okay, so over here I added those shelves, but I realized that there were these other more stylish shelves that had like a different shape to them. They're not just like planks of wood, if you guys get what I mean. I did experiment with other types of shelves, but eventually settled for this one, which was a very beautiful modern shape. Of course, this really does not have any function. This is just purely decorative, but it's a really beautiful shape. It's also different when you look at it in other sides of the house, so it gives off beautiful shadows and beautiful textures, and it also breaks up the vertical aspect of the house by adding some horizontal elements. Okay, one thing that I did not yet discuss is the fact that this house is a split level. Yes, you guys, how freaking exciting is that? This is my first ever split level house, and this is my first ever split level interior as well. Really exciting. The split level part of the house is going to be the living room. Interestingly enough, in terms of the hierarchy of spaces, the dining room actually came first before the living room, but whatever, it's really awesome. The living room is absolutely my favorite part, but I don't know why I'm talking about the living room when we are working on the kitchen. The kitchen, I had kind of a little bit of trouble figuring out the layout because it was just this one straight wall. That was pretty much the kitchen, so it was really difficult for me to try to make it interesting, but also try to make it efficient and functional at the same time. But eventually I settled for this really simple layout and added some bars. Okay, those counters will be replaced by legit bars because I am assuming that my household will be throwing in some parties, so bars are definitely going to come in handy. This is definitely one of my favorite tables in the game, and together with these chairs that came with Get to Work is absolutely perfection for me. It's really awesome. Okay, adding in some bar stools. This is when I realized the opportunity to use a bar, so I went ahead and just placed a bar, and also the bar stools I used are from, I believe they're from Luxury Party. Okay, working on my favorite room of the house. The living room is a square room which is actually sunken under like the foundation level, which is really exciting. There is a flat screen TV, and what else is in this room? I forgot. Yeah, a couple of love seats and a flat screen TV and a bunch of plants. I really made sure that I incorporated a lot of clutter to make the place lived in, and you know, since this was designed specifically for use in a Let's Play and for use by a Let's Play family, I thought that it was very I thought that it was a very smart choice to make it match my Sims' personalities and stuff. Okay, right here what I'm trying to do is transfer the lot, not transfer, just move it a little bit. And then I realized that eventually some of the furniture that was placed on the living room did not move, so I just had to move them, and it was all good. You know, that was an easy fix. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied. This is my first recording today, so probably that's why. Anyway, I also wanted to incorporate like a lot of privacy. You know, I kind of imagined this to be a residential house that is befitting of like a famous person, like maybe Beyonce or something like that. I totally see them live here. So this hedge fence I use all over my Newcrest builds, but this time I actually placed the fence on top of a foundation to make it a little bit taller, also to get a little bit of privacy. Okay, and over here we are working with some initial landscaping ideas, pretty much. So pretty much I just kept it very geometric, nothing too crazy. The house itself is very futuristic anyway, so I really didn't want the landscaping to take away from that. And of course, with my Newcrest builds, there is no grass, just gravel and just a bunch of hedges and stuff like that, which I will be incorporating later on. The main foyer is also really cute. It's very adorable. I love all the clutter, and I have like a couple of go-to plants and stuff right now that I really like to use. So yeah, that's basically what you're gonna get for the foyer. Nothing too crazy, but it gets the job done. You know, please keep in mind that I'm also working on a budget of about 130,000 simoleons. So definitely the house is around that price range. Probably guts up until 140,000 depending on the lot that you place it in. Okay, so one really neat thing that I've also done for the first time in this build is place this stereo on top of a table, which unfortunately the game did not let me keep. I'm so sad, but you know, you guys can easily, you know, put back that stereo anyway. Right now we are moving on to the second floor. Now I had a little bit of a challenge figuring out like what this floor was gonna look like. You know, the public rooms, I still had a really good idea of what I want to do. It's basically the exact same thing for the first, second, and third floors, just a different type of skill building item. For the second floor, I will eventually come up with an easel. I will replace that. I'll replace that bookshelf that I placed earlier with an easel, and then also placing in some doors that lead to the balcony, which I thought were a really neat choice. Nothing can be done in the balconies right now. Normally, if I was building in the Sims 3, I would probably put like a telescope or something, but telescopes in the Sims 4 are absolutely huge, so it was not practical of an option. Okay, over here, I'm just painting in these walls with some, you know, different type of color paneling, which was great, and you know, it broke up all the whiteness of the outside, which was really awesome. Once again, adding in a little bit of clutter. Okay, so we are moving forward with a very tricky part of the house. I had a lot of difficulty with the girl and the boy's bedroom. In case you guys didn't know, I have one daughter and I have one son in my Let's Play. And I had such a difficult time figuring out how the bedrooms are going to look like. So you guys can see me play around with the furniture over here. Eventually, I am going to do a different layout. My girl, Phoebe, is actually a painter. That's why I really opted to include an easel in this build. And I also wanted to, this is the girl's bedroom, by the way, in case I haven't mentioned. But yeah, I wanted to make it, you know, very girly. I don't know, I'm such a sexist like that though. But yeah, eventually I settled for a pink color, and I also gave her like 2 beds. Okay, so I went for this Cosmo Luxe bed that came with the Cosmo Luxe set, or the Cosmo Luxe collection. All base game collection, by the way. But yeah, I really like this bed. The only problem is it was a little bit big for the space that I had. So what I did is that I replaced this double bed with 2 single beds, which are really cute. And I also love this area. Probably this room is definitely my favorite room because I love this freaking area over here. So yeah, like I told you guys, my girl is really creative. So I really placed like a lot of clutter and a lot of awesome things in her bedroom. So yeah, I will eventually replace that bed with 2 single beds because I want my girl to have kind of a roommate. So yeah, okay, so working on the boys' bedroom, it's basically the same exact items and all that good stuff. I will make it blue though. I'm gonna change this bed. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna change this bed into a white and blue color scheme because I did not like how dark it was. And I'm also going to replace the flooring with some carpets as well to kind of bring in the colors together. So I eventually settled for this really light color, and I also am going to place like a study desk over here on the corner, which unfortunately your Sims cannot access. Past the bed, they could not get to the desk. So you guys might have to play with the layout of this room a little bit if you guys want your Sims to be able to access the computer on that desk as well as the closet. But yeah, right now we are working on the bathrooms. Really interesting thing about the bathrooms, most of them have the same exact furniture all throughout. You know, I kept really simple with some black, I guess, really basic black colors, and then one feature wall behind the, oh my god, the house, the vehicles outside my house are so noisy. But anyway, so yeah, there's also one feature wall behind that bathtub slash shower thing. I don't even know what it's called. I use these things a lot, even way back in The Sims 2, but I don't know what you call this combination of a bathtub and a hot tub. I don't know. Eventually, I realized that the second floor does not have like a rock texture feature wall. So I have a bunch of rock textures which I placed on the ground floor, as you guys can see, but the second floor does not have any. So I'm going to be placing those behind the shower area, and right now I'm placing in some clutter for my guy's bedroom, which I really like the clutter, by the way. Those shoes really match his personality. He's kind of a dandy, you know, he likes to dress up. Okay, so this is when I realized, okay, I should really incorporate these rock textures and stuff. Okay. Now, you guys have been told earlier that this is going to be used in a Let's Play, and in my Let's Play, we have collected so many different items in the game. Seriously though, we've almost completed all the Mycium trophies, a bunch of frogs, and a bunch of gems. So I incorporated a lot of shelving units, as you guys can see there in one wall. There's like a whole wall filled with shelves, and that is a perfect place where you should put, you know, some shelving units. Over there I placed an easel, and it's basically the same exact thing. Over here I have a chess table, which I am going to be moving later on. I'm just changing the layout of it to, I don't know, make it closer to that bookshelf, and then adding in some more seating. You guys know, you guys always complain, and quote unquote complain, you guys always mention the fact that I put so many chairs on my builds, but I don't know, it just makes it look comfortable. Plus, design wise, they look really awesome. So I tried to incorporate like different rugs, but they just did not work. Okay, this is a really fun decision that I made. So pretty much I replaced that one hallway over here with some really narrow windows, and then those windows actually have enough space on the bottom to display paintings. Now, if you guys were paying attention earlier in this episode, or like in this house builds, I mentioned to you guys that one of my Sims was a painter, so that is a perfect area to showcase her paintings and stuff. Okay, finally, the last bedroom that we're going to be working on is the master suite, I guess, because it also has like an ensuite bathroom. But yeah, it is this very beautiful navy blue color, and the bathroom is the same freaking furniture all throughout. I wanted to have like double what are these, double sinks, but they just did not work for me. I was like, okay, I prefer one sink. The people who are gonna occupy this room are actually already elders. They have been married like ever since the beginning of my Sims 4 Let's Play. So I have a soft spot for them, so I really made their room really special, put a lot of clutter, and I've also used a lot of items that I have not used before. In particular, this bathtub, hot tub looking thing. I love this so much. I love how I placed like some hedges behind these. Those hedges are like my go-to thing. I love like the whole texture that they have. But anyway, so yeah, your Sims can actually use that bathtub as it is. So that's really cool. I did test this lot out. And then pretty much finishing in the master bedroom by placing in some, you know, closets, storage space, and another hedge that I used a lot. The master bedroom also has a ton of clutter, so it's really fun as well. Continuing in with that kind of resort, retirement home kind of feel, but still keeping it sophisticated and really classy as well. So yeah, also one thing that I did not mention is the fact that I used lights a lot, and I paired a lot of lights actually. So these black ones that you guys can see right now come in pairs, and then those white ones as well that you guys see me use a lot in my other builds. I call those like the Chinese lamps because they're kind of like papery and stuff, but yeah, I also placed those in pairs. I had a really tricky decision trying to come up with a clutter for this bedroom. I actually forgot what I went with. I think I went with nothing. Oh yeah, I went with just placing books and moving that cherry tree design thing. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, pretty much just placed some books, and I'm just like, okay, I'm so done. That's okay. Over here for the balcony, I really did not have any more money to spare because I still had landscaping to do and stuff like that. So what I did is just I kept it simple and placed these lounge chair decorations, which is actually a combination of a lounge chair and, you know, just an ordinary chair, which your Sims can use that, by the way. I did that technique, which I got from Deligrity, by the way. I did that technique in another build, and one of you guys asked me if the Sims can use it, and yes, the Sims can. Pretty much this house is very functional, it plays really well. Most of the items you're going to be able to keep, so yeah, you guys don't have to worry about things disappearing and stuff, except for the guy's bedroom on the second floor. You guys might have to play with the layout of it a little bit, but nothing disappears or something except for the radio on the ground floor. But anyway, the swimming pool, I painted it with black paint and black tiles, I guess, and over here I added some landscaping. These are the exact same plants that I used all throughout my New Crest builds, but yeah, I actually used a lot of these pine tree type of things because I felt like they added a lot of privacy to our house. You know, once again, I kind of wanted to focus on privacy, superstar aspect, you know, hashtag diva, but yeah, and also placing in these hedges and bushes and stuff. Hydrangeas, very beautiful purple color, and I'm also going to be throwing in a couple of rocks as well as some lavender plants, which I don't know, I love using lavender plants because the textures are so beautiful, and also I feel like they would smell really nice as well. I love smelling lavender. My mom has like lavender perfume, that's probably why. Too personal, TMI, you guys. Anyway, okay, more rocks to kind of give it like that zen type of atmosphere, and I don't know, this is just a really nice combination. These plants kind of complement each other really well. You know, they kind of belong in the same color range. They kind of complement each other's colors. The lavender has a very striking purple color or periwinkle color, and then the hydrangea has a very subtle, very light lavender color, almost white, but yeah, it's really great. I love the landscaping as well, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And the good thing about this is that it does not skyrocket the property price, so you know, it is still within the 140,000 simoleon price range. Probably gonna have to delete some things to enable my family to purchase this lot, but nothing too crazy. So that's really exciting. Okay, of course, placing in some outdoor lights to give a little bit more emphasis and lighting towards the landscaped area. And then, since we're almost wrapping up the speed build part of the video, we're pretty much just working on placing in some water jets over here at the swimming pool, which makes really good sound. You know, it has a very beautiful, relaxing sound, so that's really awesome. And yeah, it's coming to an end, just trying to place in some additional plants and manipulating the layout of it to make it look realistic, I guess, and stuff like that, kind of evening out the spacing. The last couple of things that I am going to place are a set of, you know, items that came with perfect patio stuff. So I put this nice little parasol table over here, plus this cute little grill that kind of matches the blue of the landscaping and stuff like that, and also threw in a trash can for good measure. And of course, the final touches are some lights and also a mailbox on the outside as well. Throwing in the mailbox that came with Oasis Springs, I guess, the world's Oasis Springs, and I thought that it was very nice and I thought it was appropriate for this house. But anyway, that is going to be it for the speed builds part of this video. Alrighty guys, moving on to some screenshots of the house. Of course, we are starting off with the outside, and this is a view of the beautiful front of the house. The most elaborate side is of course the one that we're looking at, which is the side of the house, which you can really see the shape and all the detail that comes into all the different, you know, shelving units that add a lot of depth and a lot of personality. And I also love the touches of black and white, which really bring in the classy, sophisticated kind of feel that I was going for. The barbecue area, which is really cute. I used a lot of blue undertones and stuff, which really bring in the colors of the landscape and also the house itself. It makes it a little bit more cohesive. And then moving on to the pool area, the pool itself, it's really simple, but you know, the fountain jets over there to the side really make a really beautiful sound, and I love that to death. And then this is the main foyer of the house. Moving on to the interior, I am obsessed with that chandelier over there. I love it so much. And of course, over here we have a view of the kitchen, dining, and living area. I love the fact that the house is open plan, very modern, and and these dining chairs are the best things ever. These came with Get to Work, and I think they work so well with that table over there. And of course, another view of the bar and kitchen area with the dining room facing the main entrance. And the kitchen is really simple, but this is a view of the kitchen facing the doorway that leads to the garden area type of thing on the outside. Okay, so this is the view of my favorite room of the whole entire house, and this is a view of the living room, which is split level. I'm obsessed with the fact that it has floor-to-ceiling windows, huge TV, but seriously though, who would watch TV when you have a stunning view of Newcrest? And I love this room so much. I wish I had this for my bedroom. It's gonna be so awesome. I would vlog every day. Anyway, okay, moving on to the second floor. We have the second floor hallway over here, which is nothing too crazy, but does have a bunch of clutter and some seating areas, you know, just to add a little bit of personality to the space. Of course, one of our Sims is a painter, so we had to have an easel, right? And this is the perfect nook to get inspired. A bunch of shelving units to display all the different collectibles that you can have all throughout the game. Perfect for displaying my Sim trophies. Okay, first bedroom we have is for the guys. We have this very beautiful baby blue color, really fresh, and of course this is the work desk plus the closet type of area, and I love the clutter of the shoes. It's really fun. Moving on to the public common toilets, filled with the most expensive amenities, really expensive bathtub and shower as well. Okay, this is the girls' bedroom, which is my favorite bedroom in the whole entire house. Love the color, and I love the clutter area, especially with this shoji screen, that chair, and that closet space. And of course, the cherry blossom plant is the perfect touch. And of course, we have the girls' bathroom, which once again has floor-to-ceiling windows, which really bring in the outside inside. Really fun. Okay, this is the upstairs skill building area. So I have a bunch of skill building items. We have some bookshelves and some chess tables, and then the master bedroom, which has a very striking deep blue color. I love it so much. And then over here we have a view of that doorway, which really showcases the beautiful view of the urban area, I guess, of Newcrest. Really awesome. So this is the master bathroom, which is perfect for relaxation, and once again has a beautiful view of Newcrest. And of course we have that huge bathtub jacuzzi type of thing. Once again, perfect for relaxation at the end of the day, just to relax and unwind. And the last thing that we're going to be looking at is this view of the terrace area or balcony area facing the golf course behind our house. But anyway, that is going to be it for the speed building video. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to hit that like, favorite, and subscribe button, because it's really gonna help me out a lot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You all have an awesome day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.